Hi there, this is Mr. Chambers. You are watching the guided lecture for the Haitian Revolution Review. Before you start watching, you should make sure that you have your notes opened up. The notes look something like this, except yours will be on the computer. Like we've done before, if you split your screens, half side on the video, half side on the notes, that's a good way to go about things here. So let's get started. Learn about the Haitian Revolution. Let's start with what it is and where it is. The Haitian Revolution occurred on an island that at the time was called Hispaniola. Hispaniola is made up of two different nations that exist today. Hispaniola does not exist today. But at the time, Hispaniola consisted of modern-day Haiti and modern-day Dominican Republic. We'll get into why we study the Haitian Revolution, why it's an important revolution. I've told you a little bit about the backstory in class. We're going to learn about two of their leaders, Auge and Toussaint Louverture, both of who are really incredible historical figures to learn about. And we'll see what effect it had on America at the time as well. The Haitian Revolution was not a very quick revolution. It started in 1791, which is 2 years after the French Revolution started. It started with really the Declaration of Rights of Man and Citizen. We'll get into that in a little bit. Really, there are four main reasons why we need to study the Haitian Revolution. The first main reason is that it shows that revolutions take time. In modern day America, we will work with other nations around the world like Iran, like Iraq, like Afghanistan, wherever. And when they haven't gone from an authoritarian dictatorship to a full-on democracy in 2 or 3 years, American citizens get really frustrated. And why is this taking so long, et cetera, et cetera. The Haitian Revolution shows that, 13 years. That's not a short revolution. That is your lifetime, some of you who are watching this video. The second reason that it's an important revolution study is because of all the revolutions in the world, this revolution really focuses in on race and especially on slavery. The Haitian Revolution is the only slave rebellion that we know of in history that has been successful, and that's a big deal. The third is it shows that the damage can really be done to a nation based on those racial politics, based on slavery. You'll see a little bit towards the end of this presentation that Haiti was punished by colonial nations, including the United States of America, after the Haitian Revolution was done. And that punishment led to years and generations of economic struggles for the Haitian people. Haiti is a very poor nation today, and that's not because Haitians are terrible at life. That's because Haiti was punished by colonial powers for generations. And the fourth reason is it is a very clear example of how colonialism can really impact the host nation. Haiti, or Hispaniola, was a very wealthy island at the time, and if it had been left to continue developing as it naturally would have developed, it likely would have continued to be a very wealthy nation. However, the effects of colonialism helped France become wealthy, helped America become wealthy, helped Spain become wealthy, helped Great Britain become wealthy, but it really messed over the nation of Haiti and the people of Haiti and kept the people of Haiti in poverty. This is one of the things that we'll study leading up to World War I, was how this exact effect that we'll look at in Haiti happened in nations all throughout Africa and led to some of the poverty that we see in Africa that really shouldn't be there. Let's look quickly at the island of Saint-Domingue. Saint-Domingue is the name of the island prior to Haiti, and it was a colony of the French Empire. What was a colony? A colony is a nation that is controlled by a larger, more powerful nation. Great example, America used to be a colony of Great Britain until our war for independence, and then we became an independent nation. America has never strictly had colonies. We are imperial, but we are not colonial. We have never had a colony that we have dominated. However, we have had some pretty crummy relationships that you'll study in American history. But a colony must have a formal relationship to the empire country. So Saint-Domingue was a formal colony of France, which means a couple things. It means that France had legal authority over Saint-Domingue. It also means that France could set laws that would affect the people of Saint-Domingue. And it also means that Saint Domingue would give their goods and even sometimes their services to France either free or at a really, really cheap cost. To look at why nations like France had colonies, there are really three big reasons why nations like France had colonies. The first, it was easy money. Taking a colony like Saint Domingue and extracting resources, it is like squeezing money out of a sponge. It's just really, really easy money. Second is resources. Saint Domingue had a climate where they could grow certain crops that could not be grown in France, and those crops were able to be brought back to France and either sold or used, whichever made more sense for the French. And the third is geographic power. And this is going to be a big effect on how America thought about Haiti after the revolution. If France could have a military base in Saint Domingue, that's really, really close to America. That's really close to Brazil. That's really close to a lot of powers of the Western Hemisphere, North and South America. That's a big advantage for France. This is what we'll see when we study the Cold War, why the USSR or Russia ended up creating a partnership with Cuba. They wanted to have military bases in Cuba so close to the United States of America. Haiti was a wealthy colony for three big reasons. I'm going to go back to the slide really quick. 1 second. Haiti was a wealthy colony for three reasons. The first was this crop called sugarcane. Sugarcane is used in coffee, it's used in baking, it's used in cooking, and it was very profitable. That means that it was cheap to make and expensive to sell. So Saint Domingue, and by way of colonialism, France made a lot of money selling sugarcane. Second reason Haiti was a wealthy colony was because they had slavery. About 500,000 slaves, which is all free labor. And that means that the sugar cane and the other crops are cheaper to create, and then they can be sold at a higher profit. And the third is Saint Domingue was far away from other European powers. Let's go to this map here. We see with my button click France over here in Western Europe. Saint Domingue is down here right off the coast of Florida. Other powers in Europe, like Great Britain, like Spain, like Portugal, like Germany, that's not quite on the map, or the Austro-Hungarian Empire, or the Ottoman Empire. Saint Domingue was far away from those other nations. The closest powerful nation was the brand new United States of America. And at this time, we were brand new and we were not very powerful. So Saint Domingue was allowed to kind of develop without being taken over by some of these European powers. These are a couple of pictures here to demonstrate what's going on with the African slave trade. You hopefully studied in middle school the triangle trade, and this is what the triangle trade would have looked like. The triangle trade, going back to this map, is the trade that went from Africa. Slaves would go from Western Africa to colonies in Haiti, or the American colonies. They would work. That labor would produce things like tobacco, like cotton, like cane sugar, that would then go to Europe and be sold. And then that money would then go down to Africa to continue the slave trade. And you see that triangle being formed with slavery, production of crops, money, slavery, triangle, triangle, triangle. That's the triangle slave trade. These are pictures of cane crops in Saint Domingue. Cane crops are very large crops, and they are very labor intensive. That means that it takes a lot of work to get the cane sugar out of the crops, which is why slavery was so important. If the French had to pay all these people, cane sugar would have been much, much, much more expensive. Let's move on to the class system in Saint Domingue or Haiti. There were 5 classes in Saint Domingue. There were very important in how the French Revolution would go. At the top of the chain, so a class system works like a ladder. You have the highest class, and then you have the lowest class. A great example that's often used in school is the Indian caste system, which has 5 castes top, and then it gets down to the caste called the untouchables. Kind of similar here, but we see race playing a role in these systems here. We're going to stop part 1, and we'll continue on with part 2 of the video in 1 second.